Do you know CPR? At the City of Waco, employees are offered free training in life-saving CPR by certified experts within the Safety Risk Management Department. Though the cost of the training is free, the payoff is priceless, as former city employee Galen Griffin can tell you. On St. Patrick's Day this year, his training saved the life of a Waco plastic surgeon, Eric O'Neill, who suffered a massive heart attack on the way to the hospital.
I was coming to the office to take care of some paperwork and bring in my uniforms. And I noticed a young lady, she was like screaming in the street, and I didn't know what was going on at the time, but she ran around the back of the vehicle to the passenger side of the vehicle. And as I was walking over, I called my supervisor, my manager, let him know that, hey, there's an emergency going on outside in front of the office here. Can you please call 911? As I got over to the vehicle, I noticed a gentleman laying in the seat, unresponsive. He was not breathing, nothing. So I immediately started CPR on the gentleman while he was in the vehicle. We then proceeded to move him out of the vehicle, got him on the ground, and I continued doing CPR until the ambulance got there. So it was about probably 10, 15 minutes I did chest compressions nonstop until EMS arrived and the fire department and the police department. I got trained by the City of Waco. And I volunteered to go to the training, and it worked out for the good. I never thought I was going to be using it to this magnitude to where it saved someone's life, but thank God it did.
Dr. Eric O'Neill says after his workout that day, he knew something wasn't right. He had no idea he was about to suffer the dreaded Widowmaker heart attack, which kills over 90% of its victims.
Took my blood pressure. It's a little bit high, but nothing particularly exciting. Came back about 10 minutes later. I told her to give me an aspirin and let's go to the ER. She looked at me, kind of said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, we need to go. Something's just not right." So we got in the car, and I remember laying down in the seat of her edge and laid back, and she said, "Should I go like the wind?" I just said, "Go." I'd had a massive heart attack. My circumflex was completely blocked 100%, and the left main, what they call the Widowmaker, was over 90% blocked. I coded in the field. That's where Galen comes into the story. He pulled me out of the car and started doing CPR on me. EMS came about 10-15 minutes later and picked me up, shocked me a bunch of times there. They took me to the emergency room where they shocked me 14 times there. I coded again in the elevator on the way up to the cath lab, and then again on the cath lab table where Doctors Day and Schultz got me back. I spent about 5 days in the hospital over at Providence, and then wound up going home. And all thanks to a man that actually took the time to learn CPR.
Without Galen's efforts, Dr. O'Neill says he wouldn't be alive today. Galen says without the CPR class he took when he was a City Waco employee in the Waco Water Department, he would not have been able to help Dr. O'Neill. In fact, he was so grateful for the class, he called his former City of Waco CPR trainers to thank them and to tell them the story of Dr. O'Neill. Galen Griffin and Dr. Eric O'Neill are both thankful for CPR and want to send a message to all citizens. Please take the time to learn CPR. It really does save lives.